Hi everyone. I would like to start off by thanking the faculty and the foundation for honouring me with this award. Also, I want to congratulate the mums, dads, grandparents, siblings, and all the other people out there that have gotten us to this point. My dad loves to joke that my brother and I have spent all of his money. And while I hope this isn't completely true, I know that it is definitely true that without my family, there is no way I would be standing here today. Thank you to everyone that has supported me throughout this journey and encouraged me to continue working hard and reaching for the future. When I found out I would be receiving this award and making this speech, I wanted to know more about Dr. Richard MacNeal and how he has contributed to our school. Dr. MacNeal was one of the most influential parts of the transition from a part-time arts school to a full-fledged academic and arts high school. He believed in the integration of a wholesome community of students and artists. Dr. MacNeal could see how the unity of art and academics creates fully rounded people. One of the biggest lessons I've learned at Idyllwild Arts is how to be a good person. Much like Dr. MacNeal's legacy, Idyllwild has given me perspective on the world and shown me the power of kindness and appreciation. The people who are the most memorable and who have had the most impact in one's life are the kindest. Though kindness seems a small, insignificant thing compared to the large global issues that are happening today, it is the small things that can often matter the most. I will always remember the people that went out of their way to ask how I was doing on days they knew I was missing home, or just simple things, such as when someone put my clothes in the dryer when they saw my washer was finished. Along with kindness, I believe we all need to have an appreciation for our lives and the people in it. I've begun to appreciate small things every day, such as the amount of cultural diversity we have here at school, as I realise that I may not always have that luxury. I appreciate the things that other people do to help our day, even if we may not always realise or acknowledge it, such as the many dining hall or maintenance workers around campus. It is important to appreciate these things within our life because it draws focus on the present and allows you to see how privileged many of us are today, regardless of how bad we often want to grow up and go make our own futures in life. Next year I will be returning home to New Zealand and studying health science. It was a really difficult decision for me to make, the choice between dancing or studying in the medical field, but I realised that I never have to give up my art. Dance, like my 4 years in Idyllwild, will be a part of me forever. We need to let go of the notion that there's always a right or wrong choice to make. It is not the decision we make, but what we make of our own situations. I may not be continuing to study dance as my main focus in life, but I've seen the positive impact that art can have on so many people, and I want to continue to use it in my future career. As we graduate today, we will be receiving both a high school diploma and an art certificate. However, I don't think we need to define ourselves in one category or the other. This is something I've learned in the Challenge Success Group, where we've been working to create a collaborative and wholesome community. We were able to make positive change within our community, including schedule changes for next year, and that is what I think is the power of Idyllwild. Seeing things we want to be different, then putting in the work and seeing those changes take place, whether they be big or small. I've attended graduation every year that I've been at IAA, and it is surreal to think that now we're the big kids up here about to go off into the real world. When I told my parents I'd won the MacNeal Award, my dad said to me, "I remember you telling me your first or second year that you wanted to try and get that award." And I remember at that time that even just graduating seemed so far in the distant future, let alone standing up here speaking to all of you. To everyone who is just starting out at Idyllwild or nearing the end of your own journeys here, I urge you to always remember why you came here in the first place. I know how hard it can be at times, and you may be thinking that it isn't worth it or that you just want to go home, and we've all been there. But think about the friends you've made here that have become siblings to you. Think about those random moments you have walking around campus when you look around and see the true beauty we live in every day. Personally, after my freshman year here, I was questioning whether I wanted to come back for my sophomore year. But after spending some time at my high school at home and talking to my parents, I saw the sacrifices that we were making were worth it in the long run. The amount of different experiences I have had at Idyllwild Arts are beyond what I ever could have imagined for myself in my 18 years of life, and I would not give back any of it for the world. I can only hope that for the future, my fellow graduates and I carry with us the perspective we have gained here and the creative outlooks that we can provide to the world. Here's to the Idyllwild Arts class of 2019. Thank you.